What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we have a brand new Xur Inventory review for the weekend of April 25th to the 28th. And so, let's get started. First of all, guys, thank you all so much for your birthday wishes yesterday. Really means a lot. Now let's go see what Xur is selling. Alright, first of all, for the Catalyst, well, we have the Vigilance Wing Catalyst. This still sees some play in PvP. But then we have the Lord of Wolves Catalyst, guys. This is a huge deal. The Lord of Wolves is arguably like the best DPS exotic weapon in the entire game right now. It is melting raid bosses. So guys, like, if you picked up the Lord of Wolves, if you've been using it because it's so meta, but you don't have its Catalyst, this is your chance. It's gonna cause it to do Scorch. Like, this is an incredible Catalyst. It is a 100% must buy because of how well the Lord of Wolves is performing right now. Moving on from there, for the exotics, the Ophidia Spade here, 67, resilience, recovery, strength, so not that amazing. 68 Dune Marchers, recovery, discipline. Well, when this was meta, this would be a crazy buy, guys. Honestly, it's still quite good. Like, recovery being the main spike, you'd rather have it be resilience, but 68 is incredibly high. We have discipline, we have resilience, we have strength. Yeah, this is really a pretty good pair of Dune Marchers. Then we have a 66 Prometheum Spur with a massive intellect and then a recovery spike. Well, we like the recovery, we don't like the intellect, unfortunately. Then we are selling exotic ciphers this weekend instead of exotic class items, unfortunately. But hey, we have Artifice class items again. So this was actually sold last weekend, and I'm gonna say now what I said then. If you don't have an Artifice class item, this is a 100% must buy in my opinion, just because, like, again, if you're a new player, if you're a returning player, a lot of you guys out there already have an Artifice class item, but if you don't, you just get this extra Artifice slot where you can get +3 to whatever stat you want. This makes these better than literally every other normal legendary class item. Like, every other class item does not have this extra mod slot, so you might as well get this. And now there's no, requirements to change its element type or anything like that, so you can use your Artifice class item for everything and just get that benefit. Now, after that, checking the random item Xur is selling, well, he is selling Gambit engrams. So if there's a Gambit weapon you're looking for, especially the Bygone's Pulse Rifle, buy this and it'll save you a little bit of grinding because you can turn these in, focus them for Gambit weapons. After that, guys, taking a look at the weaponry here, well, we have the Thunderlord here, guys. Incredible weapon, honestly. If you don't have this, buy it. A lot of people do have it, though. Then the Merciless, actually a really hard-hitting fusion rifle. The exotic ability will improve the charge time with each hit, so it gets real fast and actually does a lot of damage. Then we have the Crimson, gonna heal you as a hand cannon. It's not bad. We have the Hawkmoon here with Eye of the Storm, which is pretty darn good. Like, a lot of people think this is actually the best perk for it, especially on console for dueling. But polygonal rifling for the stability is not necessarily what we want to see, guys. So overall, if you really want an Eye of the Storm Hawkmoon, you can pick this up, but I think you might be able to do better. After that, for the weapons here, Under Pressure, High Impact Reserves, Nature of the Beast. Well, that kind of is a wombo combo, but I don't really think you're going to be using that role anywhere. Then we have a Zen Moment Rampage Friction Fire. Honestly, one of the best rolls for the Friction Fire. The Friction Fire doesn't have the greatest rolls here, so it's not bad. We have a Field Prep Wellspring, The Number, not very good. We have a Surplus Disruption Break Vision, no thank you. We have a Snapshot Kill Clip Huskow, no thank you. We have, well, a Chain Reaction Blast Batu is not terrible, but moving target is definitely not what you want. And then we have, oh my goodness, they've sold this so many times, a Relentless plus Vorpal Weapon Sword. Honestly, a good roll, especially with Jagged Edge to increase the damage, but we're really holding out for Whirlwind Blade, to be honest. But Vorpal Weapon is pretty good. It's going to make that initial hit do more damage. Like, one swing, or the first few swings with a Vorpal Sword do more damage than the Whirlwind Blade Sword, because the Whirlwind Blade Sword has to crank up the damage. So, again, not a terrible roll there. Then taking the armor here, the Veiled Tithes set. This was a pretty recent set. Let's check light.gg for the rarity. Well, this was added extremely recently in Season 22, Season of the Witch, and it's a pretty common set with 54% of Guardians having access to this set. Now, here's the big question, guys. Usually when Bungie introduces these new sets to Xur, I think this is actually the first time ever Xur is selling this armor set, but they screwed up the coding, and for some reason, although all the other Xur sets have good stats above 60, all the new sets have trash stats around like 50. Let's see. And they're trash. All right, so this is absolute garbage. Like, all right, let's check the Warlock just in case. All right, for the Warlock, again, pick up the class item if you don't have it. Now, as for the sword, Thresh Flash Counter, well, Flash Counter for the Stronghold build on the Titan if you want it. Remember, you can use this on the Titan now. Thresh is all right. No, it's not very good. And then for the armor, oh my, like, this would be a good roll if it was actually not glitched trash stats, man. Oh my god, all terrible. Let's check the Hunter. All right, for the Hunter, let's check the sword here. Thresh one for all, no thank you. And yeah, it's all trash. It doesn't make any sense how the new sets are all trash and the old sets are all above 60. Like, what is that? Anyways, guys, definite highlight this week, I think, Lord of Wolves Catalyst. I mean, a lot of people are using the Lord of Wolves even without the Catalyst, but here is your chance to get it, so definitely get on it. Guys, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus, that is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.